Welcome back to another great week. Let's keep that applause going. Welcome back to another great week of Twisted Transitions. We've got a great show and stuff for you today. And I'm feeling a little indifferent and stuff today. Not about, something in particular DJ-wise, but just about a couple of things that have transpired and stuff probably over the last 2 to 3 weeks. One is the fact that pollen is everywhere. Now, to some of you guys, pollen probably doesn't matter, but ever since I was little, I've had allergies to pollen, and it is terrible this time of year. This is actually worse than the heat that comes along with summer to me. Pollen gets all over my vehicles. Pollen gets all over my face and nose, and it makes my eyes puffy. It makes my nose run, itch. I mean, yesterday I did an interview with Aaron Strong, and if you guys want to see that, the link is in the description. But yesterday in this same room with this very same setup with the same temperature, I had a hoodie on because I was cold. But I wonder, was I really cold or was I just under the weather because of pollen? Because I had just gone outside right before that. I was sneezing like crazy, so I figured if I put a hoodie on, it would work. It's the worst time of the year and stuff for me. I have to actually take an allergy pill before I go to bed every night just so that it's in my system all for the next day. Like, it just sucks. Now, another thing that transpired that I'm still getting used to is daylight savings. Right now, I'm looking at a window that's right over here to my left. Probably, I don't know if that's your right or how it is here, but looking over to my left, and it's daytime outside. That's weird because usually when I do this show, it's turning nighttime right now. I can't see anything, but I can almost get enough light to light up this whole scene thing here without these two big jumbo ass lights and stuff here that are lighting me up here. It's just crazy. Like, I'm still getting used to this time change. And sometimes when I wake up at the same time, it's like pitch black dark in the morning. It's just crazy. I'm sorry. That's just a little rant. I was just thinking about that. It's crazy. So what's up, people? What's going on? Welcome back to another great week of Twisted Transitions. I've got a great show and stuff for you today. I hope you guys are ready to receive it because we got some great topics. We're going to go over the gig and stuff that I had this past week and tell you guys what we're getting ready and stuff for. So let me check out the chat, see what's happening. DJ J Torture in the building. What's good? Jonathan Freeman. You like the intro? I'm actually trying to work on it. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better on the intro. I want something a little more. I try to like, you know how like sitcoms and stuff, like when they do their season and then they come back for the next season, they have a whole new intro. Like, I would like to do something like that, but it's time consuming. So I just kind of let this one ride. It's easy. I've already got it done. I know how it operates. DJ Banks, salute, brother. Yeah, allergies suck big time. Do you get allergy shots from the doctor? No, I do not. I hate doctors. I don't like needles, and I hate doctors. So I do not get allergy shots. I feel your pain. Allergy pills every day. Yeah, Zyrtec, one time. I used to take it in the morning, but no matter what time I take it, it makes me drowsy. So I figure if I take it at night, I'll let it go ahead and make me drowsy, knocks me out. I sleep through the night like a baby, get up in the morning, and it's still in my system for a full 24 hours. So that's how I look at it. Wayne, DJ Island Boy, what's happening? What's good? DJ Showtime 214, audio is good. Let's get it. All right. Perfect. All right. Always appreciate you guys coming in and jumping in right away too, by the way. All right. So let's talk about what transpired last weekend. We'll go right into it here. So I had a gig. It was a, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It was a time for me to test gig, to be honest with you. Let me just tell you about this setup and stuff here though. So I brought out the QSCs on top of the on top of the Maui 44 G2s. Let me move myself right here, make it easier for you to see. And I brought out some moving heads, the Focus Spot 4Zs, just so I can get, just a little bit of light. I knew that the building I was going to be in was going to be huge. The guy who was my contact informed me that there was going to be 400 people. Let me show you guys that. Hold on one second so you can see that. Yeah, he told me it was going to be 400 people. So this is the setup. I'm in that corner, like straight back over there, but I'm not set up yet. I just took this before set up. So he told me it was going to be 400 people. And basically it's like a convention where people come in and go to each individual place that has a table and stuff set up, and they talk to them about whatever service they offer, and they just keep going and stuff around the room. So my job was to play music as they walked in. They also were going to have a buffet style dinner and stuff in there. Then they were going to do a prize giveaway in there. And then afterwards they had the building until 11. So they figured that they would be done by like 8:30 and that I could play some music for a couple of hours and then let them go. So back to the setup. So I wanted to bring a little bit more sound and stuff like that, but not too much because, I didn't have a lot of help and stuff on this one. I got there, plenty enough time. I didn't put any up lights. They didn't order anything like that. They just wanted big sound. So this was more than sufficient, I will say. I won't say that this is something I recommend that would cover this size room if 400 people actually showed up. But for the for the 175 that did show up, this is what they got. So it just gave me a chance to really play some music that I don't really get a chance to play, test out some music that maybe I had just downloaded. I put a lot of good stuff for just soft, not really soft. I don't want to call it soft. They had me turn the volume down to soft, but it was, just some good background music, then some good dinner music. And like I said, I was just running tests. So I definitely added some more to my crates and stuff like that for the weddings and stuff that I do, from stuff that I like, stuff and that I wanted to just slide over there because I think it would work for numerous occasions and things like that. But the dancing, I didn't record any of the dancing because there was, what did I tell you guys? 175 showed up. As soon as it was over, half of them left. And then the remaining people were just drinking. And probably with 30 to 45 minutes left in the evening, 4 to 5 girls, older women, came over and started dancing in my area. So I was pretty much just playing. I was just pretty much just mixing it up, man. It felt like I was on Twitch, to be honest with you. It felt like I was literally on Twitch playing for nobody. And it was crazy. Let me show you guys something else here. This is the view and stuff that I had behind the setup, so you could see it all here. One thing that I recommend, if there's an update and stuff for Serato or your Rev 7, please do it before you go to the venue. I thought that I would be able to get away with maybe one more gig getting it done, but Serato and the Rev 7 had other ideas. So I did have to do the upgrade or the update and stuff while I was there, but this is kind of behind the scenes so you can see what I was working with. That little packet that's right up there by the Wolf Mix, that is a liquid IV. I also recommend that because it definitely kept me, hydrated with a bottle of water. So that was fantastic too. I know you guys noticed that that's not the Apple laptop that I just discussed last week saying that I got, but it wasn't ready in time. So I'm actually still working on that and stuff right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much of a perfectionist. That's why I can't just take something out. Like, I'm having so many issues just trying to get my crates over from a Windows setup into an Apple setup because Apple is like, that's Windows. And I'm like, no, I want it to be Apple. And so stuff is duplicating, stuff is not recognizing, all my songs and stuff are not being transferred over. Like it's a little bit of a nightmare. I thought I had control over it today, but back to the drawing board. So we will see. But like I said, this gig went over okay. It did okay. They'll probably end up having me back next year. They liked the music I was playing, even though nobody was dancing. Maybe I literally was a jukebox, but I was a jukebox for stuff that I like, stuff that I want to try, for public stuff. So it is what it is. So, like I said, this was okay. I probably won't do anything like this the rest of the year. I don't think I have any more corporate events the rest of the year. I think that this was just kind of just a slide in gig. It just kind of flew under the radar. People knew that I DJ, so they wanted me to do it. So it's all good. Another thing that I did, I finally got a box. Oops, I didn't mean to turn myself off. Finally got a box made for, let me move myself out the way here. Finally got a box made for the Sheds lights. So, me and Sheds have been going back and forth. You guys know my love-hate relationship with them. Since they didn't want to send me one, I have someone that I know that was willing to be able to make this for me. And I showed him a picture of the Sheds box and stuff. And I said, you don't have to make it exactly like this, but I would just kind of want something that divides it, something that protects it and stuff. And so this right here, even though it looks like it may be big, that's a 4Z case behind it. So this is actually pretty small. And it's got casters and stuff at the bottom, but I did get a picture of that's it. That's what it looks like as it's closed. And this is what it looks like as it's opened. You see he's got all foam inserts and stuff in there and everything fits snug. I love the way he did it. Absolutely love the way that he did it. And when you close it, he's got the foam inserts on the door so that, rattling and stuff like that, it won't happen. So it will protect those lights. Hopefully I won't have any more issues with Shed lights. I'm actually working on a video and stuff for them, so I can, fulfill my obligation and stuff to them. And then we will probably move on from Sheds. Finally, forever. Probably be done with them. So, just wanted to give you guys an update on that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Of course, stuff happens and stuff whenever you within your show and you just trying to get stuff to just manifest itself, but it won't do it. There it is. All right. So there you have it. You guys can see that setup. So coming soon to a gig near you, we'll be rolling in that box there. And the same gentleman that made the casing for my whole board is the same gentleman I use and stuff here. So I definitely highly recommend it. If you got yourself a skilled craftsman in your area that loves to build and can build just about anything, I would definitely highly recommend utilizing them, because it could definitely save you some cash. Of course, you definitely still need to pay them, but it will definitely save you some cash because these companies love their cases, and I wasn't willing to pay. I think they had that case for like $400 or $500. I wasn't willing to pay that. So it is what it is. And the case for the whole board was like $2,000. And I'm like, come on, like, why would I pay $2,000 if you had to pay $2,000 for the state? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. So that is that as far as cases and stuff goes and updates and stuff like that. Oh, big shout out to Chris. What is that? Farhan? Much love from Napa, Idaho. Hey, man, appreciate that super chat. Appreciate that. If you guys want to donate, you can donate. I don't require that, so I do appreciate that. You don't have to do that, but I definitely appreciate that. Let me highlight you right up there. Appreciate that from you. DJ G5, what's going on? I'm doing pretty good myself. DJ K, what's happening? DJ Banks, yeah, definitely like gigs like that. It's pretty. I will tell you, it did kind of get a little boring and stuff at times, especially when they were doing the awards. I was a little bored, but it did give me time to rest my feet, so I didn't have to stand on my feet the whole time, which was good. Kevin Summers, what's going on, man? How do you like DJing with the Rev 7? Did the pitch fader bother you being on the top instead of the side? Heard that it gets a little fatigued. No, none of that stuff. I also have a Rain Rain 12 MK2s, and it's at the top and stuff too. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it being like that on the Rev 7 too. It's really good. I love it. See anybody else? Denny D, what's good? Oh, you saw my interview. Appreciate you. If anybody saw the interview with Aaron Strong yesterday, it was a really good chat, man. It was very easy to talk to Aaron. He wasn't lying. That was our first conversation ever. It wasn't really in person, but kind of in person. But I mean, he's easy to talk to. He was a good guy. I left a link and stuff in the description if you guys want to take a look at that. It was a good interview, good talk. We were just chopping it up the whole time. He's a good dude. I told him I'll probably have him on this show too. Made it live, J Skills. Appreciate you. Made it live. All right, let's get into some topics and stuff, man. Let's get into them. I know you guys love the topics. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and stuff if you're in here, if you're enjoying the content and stuff that is coming your way. It just helps move the video. I'm just going to say that once. Get that out the way, public service announcement. Now, let's move on to topics. All right. All right. First topic. I got to say this. I think it is time. It is time to start slapping the hell out of DJs who still do this. I don't mean calling them out and stuff like that, but we may have to run them out of town. They've got to go. They've got to go. Look, the reason I put this topic and stuff up here is because couples are really sick of it. Couples are sick of it. I mean, I know us as DJs are already sick of it, but these couples are tired of the cheesy music that's being played at some of their functions. It's like, keep the kids' music for the kids. Keep the elementary school stuff. Keep the chicken dances and the hokey pokeys and the in this case, keep some of these slides, Cotton Eye Joes, keep some of them slides and stuff out of your music rotation. Now, there are some exceptions because people will request them sometimes, but you got to know the feel of the room, especially if you're having somebody pay you a crap ton of money to DJ. You don't want to be playing the hokey pokey and somebody is paying you, $2K and above and stuff here. I mean, unless she asks for it, which most people don't. These couples are pretty much telling me in my area, in my region here in South Carolina, they're done with the cheesy music. Like, I have a don't play list, and that is on my Vibo setup, and they can pretty much put all the music that they want there. Common selections, the Macarena, Chicken Dance, Cotton Eye Joe, Slides, Bruno Mars. Like, these are common things that come up. Now, I'm not saying Bruno Mars is cheesy. Bruno Mars can just about be played at any event, almost. However, we do play it a lot. So if you're going to play it, try to play a different style of it, a different version of it. Mix it up. Maybe bring in an acapella under another beat. Just something that mixes it up, because couples and people in general are just done with these. And there are guys out there who are playing whole songs of these. Could you imagine attending a wedding and somebody is playing the chicken dance and playing the whole song? Could you imagine that? We as DJs would look at them and be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, somebody paid you to do this? Or, man, this is really cheesy. Encourage couples to not do the newlywed game also. It's cheesy. Games at a wedding is cheesy. It's really, really cheesy. I mean, if you, like I said, if these couples are going to be paying you an absurd amount of money, you've got to help them see how cheesy it is to do certain stuff. Now, certain couples will come to you and say, hey, I'd really like to do this on here. And it's real easy for you to even rebuttal back and just let them know, hey, nobody really does that a whole lot. Like, I don't get well, maybe I shouldn't say nobody really does that. Maybe you should come across as, you know, a lot of couples have kind of moved on from that. Like they, you know, a lot of my couples don't like this type of music and stuff on here. But if that's something you'd like, maybe I can get that in, maybe something early, or it's like, you know, if you had to slide it in, if you have to have those couples that do that. What I'm saying is don't play it on your own. Don't think that it's going to go over on your own. Retire the electric slide. Just retire it. Just flat out. It's not that it's cheesy, but it's your grandma's dance. Retire the electric slide. She likes other music too. Trust me, when it was her time to listen to music, she was not listening to the electric slide like that. She was listening to all the other great music from that era. So just make that portion of the evening just fire. Make that opening dance portion where you're trying to play older music, just make that fire, but don't play the electric slide. Stop. When you don't have anything else to play, don't turn to a slide and then some people even got the absolute nerve to pick up their phone and record or take a picture of people doing a slide and posted it. Like, what? That is the cheat code. I challenge every DJ who watches this, every DJ who's watching right now. I challenge you that if a couple doesn't want slides at an event, that you don't play them. Or if they say they love the slides, see if you can get away with only playing one. I challenge you because that will make you dig into your crates more and not rely on slides as a crutch. Now, I'm picking on slides because we all play them. I'm picking on Cotton Eye Joe and all those other stuff because people still play them. There are still older DJs and younger DJs who will play this. But as seasoned DJs, people who have been in this game for 3 to 10 years at least, you should not be playing any of these. You should have a whole set where you're not even concerned with even getting close to any of these songs. It's just cheesy. Stop it. I encourage you to challenge yourself to put together a list. And like I every time, I'll tell you this. Every time I'm in a meeting with my couples and they say, and it's on the do not playlist, or I ask them, I say, is there anything you don't want me to play? And they're like, oh, we don't like any cheesy music. I do this right here. Thank you. And you don't have to worry about it. It won't be in, because they're done with it. They're tired of it. I'm tired of it. I mean, I've been DJing for over 20 years. Like I've played those songs hundreds of times, maybe even thousands. And I still have to play it at certain events because it's like kids. I'll save that stuff for kids because maybe I don't know their music and stuff as much. But we've just got to retire some of this stuff, man. And we've got to stop playing corny music at gigs. We got to flush these DJs out. We've got to make our style so hard to beat that they only want us and they're mad that they can't find somebody like us. That's what I've been trying to instill and encourage here in this community. I just want us to all be on a different level. I want us all to be successful, but I also want us all to be on the same wavelength. I want it to be a challenge for you to pick him or me. But don't pick him if he's playing cheesy music. That should be what separates us. So let me know and stuff in the comments and stuff down below if you guys agree with me, what you guys think about this. I keep coming across this because I keep hearing it. So there still must be DJs in my area I haven't seen this face to face, but I have 60 bookings this year total. And I do confrontations through Zoom, every single one of them. I do confrontations and I sit down and I talk to them and we're almost face to face. And this is the number one thing that comes up. Like, we like you because you mix in and out of music. We like you because you don't play whole songs. We like you because you don't play cheesy music. We like you because you keep the party going. You've got to become that DJ. It'll separate you. You can warrant more money. When you want to make more money, you could charge $2,000 a gig if you're better than the competition. It's just as simple as that. You got to change your style. And any of my older DJs that's going to give me pushback in the comments, I welcome it. I'm not going to argue with you back and forth. I said what I said and I stand on it. I said what I said. So let me know in the comments and stuff down below what you guys think. Let's look at the comments and see what you guys are already saying right now. DJ Kinfolk, what's going on, man? Wayne DJ Island Boy, was the food good? Food? Oh yeah, it was okay. I didn't eat the food. I have this. I don't know if you guys know, but I have this phobia about eating food at an event. Ever since COVID, if I can't get to the food before anybody else does, I don't eat at the event. I don't like when people talk over the food. I actually got a video on it somewhere on my channel. I don't like when people talk over food, so I don't eat the food. Just me. I just, spit comes out. Oh, just whole thing. It's a whole thing. Jay Skills, if that's what the couples want, I stick to whatever they want. It's their moment. Right. I get it. I know what you're saying right there, Jay Skills. And like I said, if there's an opportunity where they say, we like this, that's the exception to the rule. I'm not saying you boycott them and just play whatever you want to play. I'm just saying challenge yourself to stay away from it, even if they told you not to play. Like, if they told you not to play the slides, then that should present a challenge and stuff to you. Because like I said, some people rely on certain music as a crutch, certain style of music, and they won't take any chances. That's what the event that I just did was. It was my opportunity to take chances. It was my opportunity to see how stuff sounds so I can switch stuff up. Like, I have a whole new way I'm going to play some of the songs that I've played and stuff before, because I have different versions of them. I have a way to come in and out of them. And I want to test it on stuff like Twitch and see if it works and all that stuff. So there's always exceptions to the rule. Always. I'm not saying that this is the Bible, but I'm just saying that we have to stop this as a community. Please. Let's see. Denny D, what do you think about Photo Dash? I don't know what that is. Is that where the couples go around to a table and they take a picture with you? I mean, I thought that was a cool idea, but it's a little bit of a waste of time. A little bit. But if you've got time, it's a little bit of a way to waste some time. If you've already eaten dinner and you want to go around each table, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. So if you want to go around to each table, cool. It is what it is. Do what you do. But you have to elaborate on that for me, because I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Aaron the DJ, hey, first time here. What's going on? Welcome, my guy. Welcome. DJ Lord Geo, I bought like 6 things off you DJ links. Appreciate. Oh, look, I don't put it on. I put it on there so you guys have access to the same stuff that I talk about to make your DJ setups easy. Do I get a kickback from it? Sometimes I do. But I would rather you have the stuff that I'm using, because I can explain that to you if you have questions about it. Makes it easier. Appreciate you. Aaron the DJ tip. Take the DJ Intelligence Top 200s list and don't play any of the challenge accepted. Challenge. Jay Skills, honestly, I don't view other DJs as my competition. I know what I'm capable of and just present who I am as a DJ. Couples like it and we work, but I'm not worried about other DJs. Well, J Skills, let's talk about that for a second. No matter how much you think that you're not in competition with another DJ, you are. You may not look at it as you being in competition, but the couples do. The couples are always basing you off of him, or basing you off of them. So you're kind of in competition. You just don't view that as competition because you feel like we should all be together, which is fine. When I say competition, I mean in the customer's eyes. I mean in the client's eyes. I mean from their perspective, you're competing against the next DJ because they've already gotten it in their head that it's either or. Like, I'm going to use this person, or maybe I should use this person. Unless you've been referred to them by somebody. That would be different. But yeah, it definitely is a form of competition. And look, every DJ looks at another DJ and it says one or two things. Damn, I'm not as good as him, or damn, I could do better than that. I mean, it just is. It's hard not to do. But every DJ does it. I don't know a DJ who doesn't do it. I have no idea. So like I said, in some form, in some way, it's a style of competition, but not something that we should bash another DJ and stuff for. And trust me, I'm not here bashing any DJs. I'm just challenging DJs to up their game. Maybe switch their style up a little bit. Give a new little flair to it. This warrants more from a DJ who has dedicated their craft to DJing. So that's all I'm saying. Jonathan Freeman, it's crazy how different clients are from different areas of the country. Like, to me, your style rocks. I love it, but my demographic areas suck for what I want to do. Region to region is different because, I feel the same way that you feel about your area. I feel like that about here versus up north, because you go to like a Philly, you can even take it to Baltimore. You go to Baltimore, Philly, New York, and all them up there. That's a whole different animal. My style here won't work there. It's nuts. It's nuts. Or like if we go out to California, my style won't necessarily work over there. But it's weird because their style up there works down here. So it's nuts. It's nuts. Aaron the DJ, 100% you are being judged at each wedding and event. The crowd has been to other events before. They will hire you or not hire you for future events. This is why you bring your A game each time. And what have we always said here, guys? Every single gig is an interview. You may be playing for your current couple, but you're also doing a in-person interview for little Shelly who's getting married over there, little Tammy who's getting married right there. Somebody's mom is there and wants to tell her daughter, I was there. You need to get him. Like, everything is an interview. I cannot tell you. I'm still getting booked from gigs that I did 3 years ago. And it's just because they're just passing me along. They like the style of stuff I do, and they're just passing me along. DJ Go, what up, Jay? First time here from San Diego. What's happening? Appreciate you coming through. Denny D, it's when the bride and groom go around to each table and their photographer takes a photo. Rick Webb did that at his wedding, and I thought that was cool. They were a little pressed for time, so it went really quickly. I think that's great for dinner time. I think that's a great little thing to do so that everybody kind of gets a little FaceTime with the couple. I would prefer it only because I hate when people bombard the bride and groom when it's time to dance. It's like you're taking the bride and groom away from dancing, and we need them. We truly need them and stuff out there. So, like, if you brought your style to my area of Kentucky, you get grilled and it sucked, but it is what it is. See? I went to Tennessee and they kind of felt me and stuff in Tennessee and stuff what I did. I kind of brought my style, my flair and stuff up there, and they didn't do too bad and stuff with it. So I understand where you're coming from, though. I definitely do. All right. So let's go to topic number 2. Whoops. I guess you guys already know what that's about. Hold on a second. All right, let's talk about the best light stands. Okay, now this came up because I have been battling this a lot. I've been battling this a lot. I've done so much research on this, and the research is really not based on being able to hold the light necessarily. I'm all about transportation with it. Now, you've got your different light stands, okay? You've got multiple different ones. So let's talk about them here. Your first light stand is the Global Trust stand. This is the one that everybody kind of started off from. This was the popularized one on, YouTube. If you saw a YouTube video, this is the one that you put up. Only problem, let's talk about the problems and stuff with it. So it doesn't just travel like this. The base comes off and the base is obnoxiously heavy. And the truss doesn't separate. So you've got this long truss, whether it be a 6-foot truss or it's an 8-foot truss, that you've got to find a way to be able to carry. You've also got to have the pin and clips and stuff for the base plate for it to be able to hook on stuff on there. And it's just tough to travel. Like for my trailer, I would be totally aggravated if I had this truss. But I like it because I like the way it looks when it's set up. I just hate it for when I have to get it there. Like it's way too big to put on carts. It's way too big to like roll in on something. Like it's so obnoxious. You can't just like stand it up on your speaker or something that rolls in and rolling in because most doorways are seven feet tall and you got an 8-foot truss. Like it just sucks. So this one is one of my favorites, but my least favorite for travel. The second one is the one I currently have. I currently have the Rockville RPT 32W. So one of the things I like about this particular stand is that it's lightweight. It's much lighter than the Global Trust stand. Also, you don't have to take it apart. Now, most people, when it first came out, they were taking it apart. I was in that same crew. The problem with that is it is a pain in the ass to take this thing down and put it back together every single time. So most people travel it already hooked up. Another great thing for this particular stand is that it drops down in size. So you can see right in the middle of it, it's got 4 clips. You pull them and the whole top shelf comes down. So it's pretty sturdy. Here are the cons of this thing. First of all, if you get the white one like I do, the base plate and stuff gets dirty. It gets filthy dirty. Now, of course, you can just grab something and clean it off and move on. I'm just saying that this is a con of it. Another con, over time, those you see at the bottom where it's got those little black dots. They have 2 versions. They have one that has the kind of twist screws and stuff that goes in, and then they've got one version that has the bolts. Well, I had one that had the twist top screws that go down in it, and over time, with the light moving, the stand kind of starts doing this number right here. Okay, and what happens is eventually that starts loosening up that bottom. It just starts making everything at the bottom start twisting out. If you don't realize that it's doing that over time, when you're moving it and shaking it and it just rocking it, knocking into stuff, and you've got it in the back of your trailer, you got it in the back of your car, or wherever you do, eventually the base is either going to come off or the bolt will snap. Well, my bolts snapped. I snapped 2 of those things at the bottom, and it became a pain in the butt. So then I went to the bolt system. Well, the bolts are starting to come loose and stuff now, but it's a thick bolt. It's like a more of a heavy duty one. So you basically just got to take it and sit there and screw it down. That's another flaw. The third flaw of this thing is those pins in the middle. After pulling the pin out and then letting the thing come down, or, turning it and letting the thing come down, over time, the pin, the thing that holds the pin will come out. It will literally come fully out. Like I'm missing 2 of those pins on there. I don't know if it's because I'm pulling too hard, but I mean, I think just the wear and tear and stuff of it just eventually gets to it, and it doesn't allow for you to be able to do anything with it. So the pins suck. Okay. The pins and stuff suck. It should last not forever, but longer than I've had it. And I've had mine for like, 2 years and just normal use. So it's got pluses and it's got cons and stuff to it. It's 6 feet tall. That's the height of the RPT 32W. Now, I've also seen people use this guy. And that's a gravity stand. And what they're doing is getting a stand to sit on top of that, and it actually clips into the bottom of your light via the bolts or the little twist. I mean, if you've got a moving head, at the bottom you get these brackets that you can twist in and stuff that holds the light. Same setup and stuff here, but now you've got kind of like these things that stick up like this, and it goes in the holes that go on that bracket. I'll have to show you guys one time. But now that's like what I see some people doing for the movers, and aesthetically, it looks terrible to me. There's nothing about that setup that looks great. I mean, I actually bought 2 of these so I can put the Wash FX 2s on, and I thought it was good for what it was or what I needed, but I barely use them. I mean, I thank goodness I have one, because that's also what holds my projector and stuff as well. However, this stand is probably the worst out of the 3 so far. It doesn't serve enough purpose. It looks horrible. You can't skirt it. You can get a white version of it and stuff all you want to, but it looks horrible. I hate it. It does have the little knob and stuff at the top. You can untwist that, and the pole goes up higher, so you can get them up pretty high. That's pretty much a pro. And the base plate is pretty freaking heavy. That is another pro, so you know that your light's not going anywhere. And lastly, I saw recently that they came out with these. Now, this is interesting because this is the same thing as mine, except that it is a 2-tier drop down. So instead of dropping down to about 4 feet with mine, you can now drop down to like 2-3 feet and stuff with this. It has a double set of them. But what did I tell you the problem and stuff is with mine? Is that those pins. So I wonder if they have made the pins and stuff more reliable and stuff now to where these would actually work. But these are the choices and stuff that we have right now as far as light stands and stuff goes. Now, they vary in prices. They do. 2 of them are from Rockville. One's from Global Trust and the other one's from Gravity. The Global Trust one, if I'm not mistaken, is right around like $400 and some odd dollars for one. And of course you need 2. The RPT 32 is like $299 a piece or $250 a piece. And then the Gravity stands, you got to buy the plate and the pole separate. And I believe its setup is like $199 for, as a combination, I believe it's like $199 or maybe a little bit more. And then these goes on here, these RPT Go is like $224 a piece. It's like the cheaper out of the 2. So I don't know what I'm going to go with and stuff, but I know eventually it's going to get to that time. I hate transporting stands in. That's why I'm always changing up my setup to see what's the best way that I can get movers in. It's the reason I didn't use movers on stands at the last gig that I just showed you. I just had them up on my old T-bar stand. I don't know. I don't know what the best one and stuff is. I would just say the most sturdiest one and the most common one used is the Rockville. I've seen more DJs use that at their functions than anything else. And the ones that you want to flex the most with to show, you got a little bit more, you got a little money in your pocket, the Global Trust, the ones down here, all the way at the end. Those are the ones that people flex with because it costs the most, and they put plugs and stuff inside it so that it's like, easy for you to hook your stuff up to and all that good stuff. I'm just, like I said, I'm always looking for a way to make my job a lot simpler. And for these, it's travel for me. It's like, does it look aesthetically pleasing at the event? And can it travel well? And that's the standard stuff I'm looking for. So right now, I may check these out. Right now, but I'm probably going to stick with these right now. But I may check these out and stuff later in the year. Who knows? Let me know in the comments and stuff which one you guys have or which one you think is better. If there's another brand and stuff that I should know about, let me know and stuff in the comments, and we'll talk about it. We're discussing and stuff down there, but just trying to give some options and stuff. Just trying to give you guys some options. So you guys still with me? We still partying? DJ G Kenny, what's up? What's happening? Eric Washington. This is the worst time of the year right now for allergies. You guys watching the beginning of the video, huh? I saw your video of the venue of the Mountain in Pigeon Forge. That place is the juice. Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. On mine is crooked. On the Rockville told him, yeah, one of yours is crooked. Gravity stuff. Aaron, DJ, what's up, buddy? Watching the YouTube and doing paperwork. Okay, y'all talking amongst yourselves. Okay, cool. All right. So last thing that I want to talk about, and I think I'm gonna stay a little bit over and stuff tonight so we can do a little Q&A since we got some newcomers and stuff in here. So get your questions and stuff ready. We'll talk about that, but let's go ahead and talk music. Let's talk music. Take these down. Take all this down. All right. So I had I'm just going to say pleasure of listening to Justin Timberlake's latest album. And I think it's called Everything I Thought It Was Going to Be. It's something like that. Let me see. I don't want to give you guys the actual. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's it. Here we go. Everything I Thought It Was. Okay, now guys, Justin Timberlake in the past has given me some great tracks. He's given some great music. And I think that he has done it again. I truly think. Now, none of my record pulls have any of the new Justin Timberlake. I haven't found it and stuff as of late, but I'm like salivating for some of his new music. The song he's got, Selfish, is like a great couple song. He's got a song called Selfish on that. I think that's the radio jam right now. But I was just listening the other day, just letting it play while I was doing my morning routine and stuff. And it was one of those albums and stuff that I can listen to a song right after the next one, right after the next, like just letting it play. And I'm like, just okay. Like it's great. I highly encourage you to listen to this album and find some tracks and stuff out of it so that when it does come up and you want to search music, you could probably go on Amazon right now and maybe buy tracks and stuff off of there if you need to, or Apple Music, wherever. I'd highly encourage you to get some music from this album. It's got like a disco feel. Timbaland produced a lot of the tracks and stuff on here, so it already has that Timbaland feel to it. It's just really good. There's not a lot of features and stuff on it. It's just kind of JT just singing, and it sounds great. This is in my opinion, this is a really well put together album. And if you like any of Justin's old stuff, it kind of gives you this same feel. It really does. Like I love what's the one where he's like looking through the eye machine thing, like I think it's like 2020 or something like that. And then the one he's stepping on the disco ball, like he's got some great hits and stuff like that on those that can still be played right now. still be played right now. And it's just really, really good music. And I'm a fan of good music. I'm a fan of being able to listen to music, understand what's being said, vibe into it like it is a complete vibe. I highly encourage you guys to listen to this if you have not done so. Also, he is not to be outdone by your guy, Kanye. Now, I was a little skeptical to listen to Kanye's album. Now, I know this album has been out, but there's been a lot of controversy and stuff over this album. Kanye is by far one of my favorite producers of music. He is just by far, his creative genius is unmatched, in my opinion. Him and Pharrell do a really, really great job of producing music. Now, I may not like Kanye all the time as a person. I may not agree with a lot of the stuff he says or a lot of the stuff that he does. But one thing that man can do is make music. And now every song is not going to be a hit. It's not the old Kanye. You know how we got that little thing, I want the old Kanye, I don't like the new Kanye. Old Kanye would, track after track after track after track after track. This one, you got to kind of find the tracks. But that new, what's that song by him? It's a little bit of a raunchier song. It's called Carnival. It's called Carnival. Like, that is big amongst the kids. And I know we're coming up to prom season. Probably not going to highlight a lot of prom music this year because, look, I'm just not that in touch with prom music. However, it is a really, really, you need the clean version of that song, but Carnival is like a big song for Kanye and stuff right now, and it will go over well with kids, especially for prom season. A lot of kids are asking for NBA Youngboy. He had some new stuff come out and stuff now. I don't mess with it. I don't know what's hot and stuff to them, but there's a lot of music on, I want to say, BPM Supreme. And I have links for all these record pools and stuff down below if you guys want to check them out, if you need to subscribe to and get them. There's discount codes. All that stuff is down below in the comments. But on BPM Supreme, I believe NBA Youngboy has about 12 tracks from maybe his latest album. Just when you go to BPM Supreme, go to Trending, and you'll see all of them there. I'm telling you, now is the time for you to gear up for prom music if you guys have proms coming up. I didn't even realize that proms will be starting in like 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, prom season will be here. So kids are already starting to get their dresses. Kids are already starting to, they're getting riled up. And if you're planning on holding their attention, you're going to need some bangers. I'm probably going to have, we're probably going to talk about some of that stuff when it gets closer. We'll talk about, how to actually do a prom, because a lot of people don't realize that there's a science to a prom. There really is a science to a prom. So definitely check that out. I just wanted to throw you guys that information and check that out. I haven't heard a whole lot of different albums and stuff here lately, but that JT is definitely in my rotation. So I highly recommend checking it out. Okay, so that is everything that I had to talk about in that aspect. I do now open the floor to you guys for any questions. Just, put hashtag ask in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. Look, I'm not going to have the answers for every question you guys have, so you may have to defer to somebody in the chat, but I will do my best to give you the answer to it. Let's check the chat from the last thing we talked about. Jonathan Freeman, I'm just now getting into movers. Do you anchor yours to the totem, or will they sit up there? So on my video, if you watch any of my videos, mine are not anchored down. Mine just sit up there, and it kind of is like it kind of tells me when the stand needs to be tightened down, because you'll start seeing, if you see a video where I'm going, where the stand's going like this, usually that means that stand needs to be tightened down and that I haven't done it and I have been slacking. So you may say that under the video. I see you slacking on your stand. if you see it wobbling. But for the most part, I do not anchor it down. I do not bolt it down and stuff. It's just one more thing to do and stuff at the end of the night. And I'm all about getting in and getting out. I haven't had a light fall off of a stand, knock on wood, and we just gonna keep that streak going. DJ Leo, what's happening? Those Humpter totems look very promising. I've never seen those. I'll have to take a look at those. You got me curious now. DJ G Kenny, you guys talking promo only, just released No Angels by JT. Okay, so promo only has a track and stuff by JT. If anything else has any JT music, please capture it. You can find, I'm sure you can find some place to put some of this music, because I have already started to download it. I just haven't tested it at all. Sanctified is J Skills jam on here. Okay. Listen to the Yeezy. Jay, why you blocked that picture? Hey, you trying to get my video taken down? I didn't block that. I found a picture that I can blow up that covers that. So glad they had that, because otherwise I would have just created a thumbnail that fits that window and just says Kanye's new album Vultures get something like that. On the floor. Okay. Sorry, the track's called Do It. That's the one of the favorites. Okay, so we got 2 recommendations from DJs on here. J Skills says Sanctified, and DJ G Kenny says Do It. If you guys want to check out some of the bangers on some of these albums. Aaron the DJ, how long have you been a DJ? What types of shows are the majority of your business? Okay, so I have been a DJ for a little over 20 years. And the majority of my shows are weddings. And I like to sprinkle in, a couple other things here and there, but it's really tough because people love me to do weddings. In the beginning, it was a little bit of everything. I did pool parties, anniversaries, reunions. I just don't get as many calls for those as much. I do have a graduation party and stuff this year. I do some corporate events, but for the most part, I do weddings and stuff. So that's what it is. And you said, what types of shows? Oh, okay. I think I answered both of those. All right. DJ Goat, what do you prefer? WMX1 or Sound Switch? I can tell you right now, I know off the top. I mean, look, let me show you. Let me show you which one I prefer. Watch this. There you go, right there. What's that tell you? What's that tell you, DJ Goat? There's what I prefer. Hands down, that's what I prefer. Right there. Yep. I am a Wolf Mix WMX1 all day long. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. All right. Any other questions or stuff in the chat? Now, I'm going overtime for you guys, man. You got to throw some questions and stuff out there if you want to know. Otherwise, we can shut it down. I'm good with that, too. So let me just tell you guys while I'm waiting on the question and stuff to come in. Where is my button at? Okay. I plan on going on Twitch tomorrow for lunchtime, right around that 12-ish, 1 o'clock-ish. So if you haven't already signed up for Twitch and you just want to hop on and stuff, I'm just going to be testing out some music. I'm also going to be testing out the MacBook Pro to see if it does what it's supposed to do because I need it to. So tomorrow, right around 12 or 1 o'clock, I'll do like a little lunchtime mix, and it's just going to be a mix of songs. I don't have any strategy to it. I'm just going to be doing some music and stuff. So follow me on Twitch. Everything, if you're looking to follow me, all my handles are all the same thing, DJ JayBook. You can find them on any platform that you're looking for me on. But Twitch is where I will be working out some stuff. Because like I said, I can't work out all my stuff at gigs because the majority of my gigs are weddings. So in order for me to work stuff out, I got to have a platform for it, right? All right. DJ Go, what's the best advice on creating a contract for a wedding? Well, excuse me. So I use a company called Honeybook, and Honeybook already has kind of contracts drawn up for it. Honeybook is a photographer's style of booking source, and they already have contracts that have been reviewed by some lawyers. And really, I just changed some of the wording in there that would fit, DJ, and I just send it out there. So there's not a whole lot to have to put on there. You just want to make sure that all your bases and everything are covered, and you can definitely have a lawyer proofread it. But I would definitely look into, what's that company? There's a company that generates those things. I cannot remember. It may come to me while I'm on the stream. I may say it to you later and stuff, but there's a company that, generates, contracts and stuff based on the services that you offer, and you can get kind of like an AI response. So, that may be, an avenue for you to take a look at. But like I said, mine automatically comes through Honeybook. I just changed everything that said photography to DJing, and I added, one more thing. Jonathan Freeman, how does someone book you for an event? Through Honeybook. Through Honeybook. Like, they reach out to me on whatever source, and then I get their email, and I go on Honeybook, set up a project for them. And then I send all the correspondence via email, and we just go from there. I've got different packages and stuff all set up and stuff in Honeybook. I've got pictures, all kind of stuff. Like, if you find me on Google, then you know that it will direct you to my website. And at the bottom of the website, it says, if you want to book, click here, and it takes you to a questionnaire that immediately comes over to me, and I can, create a project and stuff for you. So there's a few ways to book me, for events and stuff like that. So you can use any one of those avenues, but reaching out on whatever platform and then getting started, that's usually how I get most folks. Because believe it or not, most of the coordinators and stuff that I deal with that send me couples, they first send them to Instagram. Like, I'll start just getting random follows from people. You can always tell it's somebody looking for a wedding because their picture is always them and the significant other. So I know I'm going to get an email from them soon. But they'll find me there, and then they'll ask in my DMs, we heard about you. We like what you do. How can we get started doing this? Boom, give me your email. We get it started. So that's how I do that. Ivan, throw some likes, people. Hey, appreciate that, Ivan. Show me some love, man. Throw me some freaking thumbs ups in the chats. Throw me some thumbs up and stuff while you're here. Come on, man. Show some support. I'm just spitting knowledge for free. You don't have to pay anything for this knowledge right here. You don't have to go to a seminar. I am the seminar. DJ Goat, what DJ insurance do you use for your DJ business? Canopy. I use Canopy because they will offer me day of insurance, and that's all I need them for, and I can come back and use them like anytime I want to. It's like $50 or $60 for it, but in my state and stuff here, there's not a lot of venues that require it. But when I'm going like out of town, like when I did the Tennessee event, they needed insurance. When I go to North Carolina, some of their venues need insurance, and especially when I go to Georgia. I don't think I've been to a venue in Georgia that didn't need insurance. So I get it from Canopy, Canopy, I believe that's it. It's got like, it's green and white, the colors and stuff on it, but I use them all the time. And they have specific DJ insurance, which is fantastic. I love it. All right. DJ G Kenny J, we finally almost to 10 subs. What we talking about here? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, G Kenny? Sweet, the wife and I want you to do our 10-year anniversary. What? Oh man, look. Wow. And I appreciate that. Look, reach out. We can go ahead and work something out, man. Oh, man. Trip to Kentucky. Here we go. Aaron the DJ, follow. Oh, wow. You already went over to Twitch already, man. Hey, look, I highly encourage you guys to go over to Twitch and stuff. Like I said, we're going to be doing just some mixing and stuff over there tomorrow by lunchtime. About 12 or 1 EST time, and just mixing it up. I got a couple of different scenes and stuff on there. Hoping you guys like the setup and everything from there. So we're going to try to do that. What? 10,000? No. Let me see. It ain't 10 subs, is it? Something must have drastically happened if it's only 10 subs. Oh, man, you yanking my chain, man. Now, what G. Kenny's talking about and stuff right here is we are very, very, very close on YouTube to 10K subs. We are at 9,953, so we just need 47 subs, and we will be at 10,000. That's just a goal that I had of mine. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop YouTube. I'm just going to focus on other avenues to entertain you guys, more short form content, still throwing up gig logs, still doing this show. But like stuff like Twitch, putting up live mixes, doing short form content, some gig logs. Like I plan on doing all of that and stuff when 10K and stuff hits. I'm just getting it all together because I know we're probably going to hit it before the end of April. So hopefully that takes place. So I am highly appreciative of that. That's, 7 to 8 years in the making. It's not easy with this niche. I see some guys get it and it just comes naturally. But, me, I just took the normal route and the normal pace. And we're very close. So hopefully we can hit that. If you're not subbed to me, you're more than welcome to do so. But that's how you get all the content. So, yes, we are close, G. Kenny. Making me talk about that stuff, man. I don't do that. Yeah, I know. We're almost close. I know we're close. We're close. But yeah, all right. So we'll give you a couple more minutes and stuff here, guys, for any other questions. If I didn't get a chance to answer you and stuff on the last gig log, I've been trying to answer everybody. Man, I got a real stickler and stuff on my last video, man. He drug my sound and stuff. He was like, I can't believe DJs actually watched this. He was like, I want to see what happens when you talk to couples. Like he was on me, man. And I was just like, well, thank you for watching. I mean, what else can you say? Look, if you're going to take time to write 2 to 3 paragraphs on a YouTube video, you probably got too much time on your head. And then, when you start a paragraph off, I've been in the DJ business for more than 30 years or 40 years. I'm like, times have changed, man. The stuff is different. We do stuff a lot different. We got a lot of electronics and stuff now. How do you think you were able to actually watch this? DJ Kinfolk, where is the longest you have traveled to do an event? Currently that would be Virginia. I say that and I wonder if Tennessee was further because I had to go to Knoxville, Tennessee. So I wonder if Knoxville is longer than Virginia. I did my cousin's wedding in Virginia and he was on the other side of Richmond. So it was like, it's either Richmond, Virginia or Knoxville, Tennessee, to actually do an event. And I almost had a chance to go to Key West, but the young lady decided to go with somebody local because she didn't want to fly me down, even though she had a great time at one of my events. All right. DJ Go Haters go, hey, look, if I wasn't doing something right, he wouldn't exist. So it's all good. I love it. I just tell him, appreciate you, bro. Thanks for your opinion. I just let it slide, man. Cause look, going back and forth with these guys and stuff on some of these comments and stuff, man, it just ain't worth it. You'll rile yourself up more than they're riled up. When I told him that, let me just tell you how I know it was going to be a fist fight, like back and forth over this thing. I told him, I said, appreciate you looking at it, my man. Thanks for your opinion. He said, well, I guess I'm going to have to accept your generic answer. I was like, well, I don't know what else you needed. What else did you need, bro? What did you need? Look, nothing I can do, man. I'm just trying to tell you, appreciate you. Yeah, I know you wanted me to get in a battle of words here, but that's not how that's going to go. All right, Aaron the DJ, I just want you to not hide that sweet Rev 7 behind that facade. Well, no, I got an outside event. My upcoming wedding is outside, so I'm not going to bring out the S11 and the MK 12, the Rain 12s. Yeah, but I believe the first 2 weekends in April, we're going to have out the big system and stuff. I'm hoping, please. Yeah, Aaron, I don't know how else to set the Rev 7 up and stuff behind there, because a lot of people like the facade, like especially coordinators, they like the facade and stuff to be out. I just like to, I just like to be behind it. I can be messy behind it. I don't know. Jonathan Freeman, I just saw someone beating your comments up on your ceremony setup. What's wrong with these guys? Ceremony has no room for error and crap sound. Yeah, that was another guy. I had another guy who was like, why do you have the Everse 8, a mixer, a separate mixer and 2 lapels and stuff? That's just overkill. That's too much. I'm like, look, let me tell you something. If you've been where I've been and you've had dropouts, you've had where, static has come into play, you've had, all kind of stuff. Like, I'm not saying I do horrible with that, but let's just put it this way. When ceremony time came, I was just praying that we made it through. I was hoping that it would be a 15-minute ceremony so that we could just be in and out. Now, if it is a 45-minute ceremony, I can literally walk away from it and know that it's going to be great. And people will pay for peace of mind. I don't care who you are. Convenience and peace of mind are 2 things that people will shell out money for. Convenience and peace of mind. I promise you, there's not a soul out there that won't pay for peace of mind and convenience. Not one. Overpay for it at that. DJ Goat, liked your interview with Aaron Strawn, where he showed your first gig log. To be honest with you, to be 100% transparent with you, that was not my first gig. He found, that may have been as far as he could go down. I don't know if it wouldn't let him go any further. But that's not the first gig. You know what? If you guys come back for next week's show, I'm going to go dig it up, and I'm going to go get a clip and stuff from the first gig log, and you guys are going to see how bad it really was. I actually had a handheld camera on the first one. I had a handheld camera. I do have a video in my list of videos that says when I went back and looked at my first gig log. I mean, doing that now, I would cringe so bad. But let me put that in my notes real quick so I can remember to do that. All right. Let's see here. DJ G Kenny, Jay, they just don't know you, the YouTube OG. Me and Mike gonna have to start doing YouTube security for you. Look, I appreciate that, but I don't let it get to me, fellas. I mean, if y'all want to defend this stuff in the chat, I will definitely come in behind you guys and point up and say what he said. I will definitely do that. I don't give it the energy, because I don't want to waste my energy. That's a waste of energy. So I don't feed into it. I just find it funny. Like, I'll literally wake up in the morning and have 3 comments and stuff on a video, and I already know that one of them is just like brutal. So I just sit there and I read it and I read. I'm like, wow, he really does hate me. He hates my setup. Wow, that's incredible. Well, thanks for watching and stuff, bro. Yeah, thanks for giving me. I mean, they usually hit me right back too. Yeah, thanks for giving me a generic answer. Oh, okay, all right. Well, have a good day. I'm on to the next. And this is another thing that gets me about the haters. It's like they don't just comment on one. I remember I had this one guy that I converted. And I've never done that before. I converted a guy. The guy used to just give me hell every video, just absolute hell. And I would just tell him like, look, this is what I was thinking during this time. And he'd be like, well, that's stupid. And he just kept, we went through this probably about 4 or 5 videos, right? And then all of a sudden he flipped the script. He was like, you know what? I think I kind of understand what you've been saying. And I'm like, well, how about that? And now when he comments, he's just like, go get him book. You know, kind of like some of the stuff you guys were saying, go get him book. Hey, that sounds great. That's actually not a bad idea. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right, Jonathan Freeman, I've done the eVerse 8 with a Shure receiver on top Bluetooth to the iPad, and it will 100% one day fail. I'm telling you. I'm really mad though because I want to try the thing that Rick Webb had done. I thought it was such a great idea to be able to get a receiver that goes to a speaker that's a long distance away that still pulls the sound and stuff, because I would like to put the eVerse 8 in another room, or a room where people think they can get away from me. You know, like you're doing an event and there's an outside area and people like, oh, I just want to go outside. I don't want to hear no music. But then I put a speaker outside and you got to hear me no matter what. You're welcome. One day. I'm getting close to it though. I've got the tray to sit on top of the eVerse 8. I've got the cord, and now I just got to get the receiver and the lapel pack. DJ Rock, I was thinking about getting a skin for the Rev 7 for my Rev 7, but I'm worried about taking off those knobs. Okay, so the twisty knobs, let's go back to it here. I'll show you. Okay, so I can tell you that the hardest ones for me were actually the volume and the fader knobs, or the faders are right there at the bottom. The reason being is because you have to take like a flathead, and you've got the lip. There's like a white lock in the middle of it, and you could see it on the unit when you look at it here. But you've got to move that up first and take it out, and then take those off. But as far as the knobs and stuff go, like the black knobs at the top, the silver knobs and all that, man, those just pop right off. Like you just, give it just a little tug, and those come right off. The ones that's right here in the front too, right on the front of the unit, all those just come right off. What I would suggest is like having like a portion of a table that you're sitting on, and just make sure, where you put them at, is near where they go, so you don't get them mixed up, because some knobs look similar. So it's not that bad. You're in it more in your head than you are how much it takes to do it. Like trust me, I'm not a person to put skins and stuff on. I always worry about putting a sticker and stuff, on it wrong. But this one was fairly easy. It was a pain in the butt on my MK12s, my Rain 12s, my MK2s. It was a pain in the butt on that one, but that's just because I don't deal with it enough. But it's easier than you think. All right, DJ Goat. I have a Phoenix PTU 71. I have the same thing. That's that dual microphone, wireless mic. But I want to upgrade. What do you recommend? Well, yeah. Look, I'm not going to knock Phoenix. I don't like the sound quality fully out of Phoenix. I myself use Shure microphones. Once again, I had Audio Technica for a very long time on microphones, and it lasted through when I used to do karaoke and all that stuff. And they were great mics. I don't know what Audio Technica is like these days. I think there's other DJs who do use them. But I am a Shure guy when it comes to microphones. And I use the QLX D4. Just because, once again, I just want perfection. I know I'm not going to get it all the time, but let me tell you two things that are not tolerated at a wedding. I don't tolerate when the mic drops out, and I don't tolerate feedback, because I've got a lot of people who don't listen to instructions. And so when I say, here's a wireless mic, hold it up close, to you so people can hear, and try not to step in front of the speaker, kind of move out. Luckily, I have speakers that don't give feedback, but all my box speakers, my big wooden speakers, all will give feedback if they stand in front of it, but people don't like to follow directions. So I recommend a Shure, microphone. They have some of the best. I'm not going to lie to you. It will cost, but it's an investment. It's an investment. Look at it as an investment. You're investing into quality equipment. Not to say that you have to have the top dollar and more dollars mean better. I did the research. And the QLXD4 is what I needed. It was just easy. I had Audio-Technica lapels for ceremony, and I stuck with No, I went with Sennheiser. As the lapel mic. So I switched from Audio-Technica to Sennheiser, just because they had a better rating, and I guess they improved their equipment. So we'll see. All right, Jonathan Freeman, I learned fast. You screw up bride's ceremony and her first dance, and it'll ruin you. I learned that the hard way. Yes. So Jonathan, you may not have, I don't know how long you've been watching the show and stuff here, but I did a wedding, and it was a typical wedding. Everything went great, but there was one part where the bride, when we did our sit down, the bride said, when the little kids come, I want my music to start, and then after they make it down, I'm going to come out. And I said, cool. Well, she must have changed it day of or something, because when the kids came down and I played the music, as the kids are coming down, she just stood in the opening. She just stood there. And I'm like, let's go. And she just stood there. And then eventually in the middle of the song, she came out. Now, I say all that because the rest of the night went flawless. It went great. She had a party. It was great. Great music, great time, blah, blah, blah. We get to the review time. I sent her a thing for a review. She says, great party. Jay did such a fantastic job, except for one hiccup when it came to my ceremony. Other than that, he did great. And I looked at it. I was like, now, why would you say that? Why would everything? Why would you say that? Yeah, all you had to do is just say great party, great time. That could have been between me and you, but you're like, except for that one hiccup during the ceremony, and it wasn't even my fault. You forgot the cue. But I took it on the chin and kept moving. But yes, it will wreck you, because look at what she remembered. She had a whole perfect rest of the day, but that ceremony song before she walked out, she remembered that. Get a different chord. The one that comes with the E verse 8 is drunk. Yes, I definitely already had chords ready for it. I'm ready to go. DJ G Kenny, I'm a Sure man also. Sweet. Spend the money on good mics. It'll save you in the long run. Couldn't have said it better. Could not have said it better. Let's see. Any more questions in the chat? I've been with you about a year now, going into my 4th season as DJ. That's what's up. Good. I'm glad to hear. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the overtime. You guys know I don't do overtime that often. I gave it the extra 25 minutes and stuff today. But I am ready to call it an evening and stuff. So I'm going to chill out and stuff here the rest of the day. Now, don't forget, we'll be back next week, 7 p.m. EST, for another episode of Twisted Transitions. I plan on trying to have you guys a guest and stuff soon. It's just tough, man. People busy schedules, and some people kind of ghosted me. So we'll have some people and stuff back on fairly soon. If you have a gig and stuff this weekend, make sure you absolutely destroy it. And I'll have some good stuff to talk about and stuff next week as we continue this journey and stuff together. So I really appreciate you guys staying with me. I thank you for all the likes, 19 likes. That's fantastic. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so before you get out of here. Enjoy your weekend and make sure you're living to strive, not to survive. We'll see you all again next time. Peace.